You look like you could be like some guy's neighbor who always comes over and wants to grill, and you look like some kind of Chad that will like challenge you to a push-up contest or beat you to a pulp if he finds you with like his girlfriend or something. I think two totally different people. So with Halo Infinite finally coming out, I was feeling a little nostalgic. I thought to myself, why don't I go back and actually revisit some of the original Halo games? Because we have been waiting 6 years for Infinite. So I thought, let's just, I'm going to do a similar thing to what I did with the Battlefield games, which is, I did that the Road to Battlefield series where I looked at all the previous Battlefield games, recapping them all before 2042 comes out. I want to do the same thing with Halo, so I'm playing the first mission of the very first game from 2001. Although, are these the remastered graphics? I can't tell, because even in 2011, even now those are dated.
They
The
were waiting
remastered
for us
ones.
on the far side of the planet.
Can't tell this. Let me check.
So, where do we stand?
I can't switch
Our
it
fighters
in
are mopping up the last of
mid
the recon
cutscene. I
wreckage
think
now,
these are the
that's
original
serious.
ones.
But I've isolated approach
Well, maybe
signatures
not.
from
I don't know.
multiple CCS class
Because
battle groups,
they're
making 3
slightly
tactical
more
ships per
detailed
group.
than the original. I
And
think
in about
it is
90
actually
seconds, they'll
remastered
be all
ones.
over us.
Well, that's
It needs a 20th
Bring
anniversary
the
remaster,
ship
to be
back up
honest.
Combat Alert Alpha. I want
Maybe they do
everyone
it for 30 years.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone.
I mean, Infinite kind of feels like that. It kind of, because it's inspired by Halo 1. Wait, this is the original, isn't it? Because Cortana was changed. Yeah, look at those blocky 2001 graphics.
Please report to your action station.
I wasn't there for the beginning of Halo. I was in first grade. But I can't imagine how mind-blowing it was to finally have an FPS that, like, they proved that the FPS could work on a console with this game.
14th platoon rendezvous with
And it birthed the Xbox. The Xbox wouldn't be here without it. My first one is 3, but, I mean, we'll get to that. That's my favorite one.
You heard the
We'll definitely
lady.
get there.
Move like you got a purpose.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not
So I don't have as much nostalgia for this. I have a lot of nostalgia for 3, though.
Once again, it is our job to finish what the flyboys started. We are leaving this ship platoon and engaging
But just knowing that
on
Infinite is
solid
taking its
ground.
cues from this
When we
game
meet
is
the
pretty
enemy,
exciting.
We will rip their skulls from their spines and toss them away.
I miss Johnson. I wish he had. I mean, he had a good death, but it does. I do kind of miss him in 4 and 5.
Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
Oh, he looks so bad.
all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy.
It's amazing that now this game could probably run on your phone. No, it definitely could, couldn't it? Because
All
plenty
you
of games look better than
greenhorns
this
who
that
wanted
run
to
on
see
phones.
Covenant up close. This is gonna be your lucky day.
I really want. I know in 2011, Saber Interactive did just basically reskinned the game. I really want
Right.
Blur Studios to
Let's thaw
remake
him
the
out.
cutscenes
Okay.
because Halo
Bringing
2's
low-level
Blur
systems
cutscenes are
online.
amazing.
Cracking the
Same
case
thing
in
with
30
4 and
seconds.
5. I kind of want to see Blur do Halo 1 and 3 now. 3 might not need it, but this game definitely needs it.
He's hot. Blowing the pins in 5.
Here we go. There he is. The birth of an icon. And I couldn't be happier that it's finally coming back.
Sorry for the quick thaw, Master Chief. Things are a little...
Sorry for the quick thaw.
The disorientation should pass quickly.
Welcome back, sir. We'll have you battle-ready stat.
Oh, there we go. There's the quote-unquote new graphics. 20. I like how they totally changed what people look like. Like, look at that dude. He looks like a different person.
Good. Thank you, sir.
I'm bringing your health monitors online, sir.
Vital signs look normal. No freezer burn. Okay, sir. Go ahead and climb
Freezer
out of the
burn.
cryotube.
Why would that's weird that people would get freezer burn. Hey, here I am.
I gave you a double dose of the wake-up stim. Walk around the cryo bay and join me at the optical diagnostic station when you're ready.
Look at that. He's totally a different person.
Stand on the red square, please. I know the ordnance techs usually take care of your targeting sensors, but we're short of time, Chief. Just
Heck
look
yeah,
for
we
the
are.
flashing
We're escaping
panels and
reach.
target them. When you lock on,
Yeah, I
take
could have played it
cover.
in chronological order, but no, I wanted to play it in release order. Oh yeah, this thing.
Okay, that looks good.
Sir, I'm getting some calibration errors.
They do this, I think, at the beginning of every game.
So you can see if you like it better that way.
No, I don't want to change it.
Flashing lights again.
Wait, what? I think I did it by accident. Oh, I know, I have to do this first. No, that's terrible. I don't want that.
Is that better, or should I switch it back? Okay. Try looking up and down again, please. Do you want me to leave it like that, or switch it again?
Leave it.
Okay, I'll leave the pitch normal. But if you want, you can change it yourself later.
Oh yeah, this was before you could see your legs in the Halo.
Please follow me to the energy shield test station.
Alright. This is so much brighter, too. Like, there's areas in this game that were so dark.
Inbound Covenant boarding pass. Stand by to repel boarders.
I can't even tell you how many times I've played through these games. Many, many times. That's why I don't know if it's even worth doing a full series playing through them, because... And I kind of don't... I actually played through them all again last year, leading up to what was originally the Infinite release date. But... And then I considered doing it again this year, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to get all Halo'd out before it comes out. Just like I'm not going to play much Battlefield anymore until the new one, because I don't want to be sick of the gameplay before it comes out. I want to... You know what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder, so I gotta not play Halo for a while, and then I'll be itching to play Infinite.
Bridge to Cryo 2, this is Captain Key.
Bridge to Cryo 2.
To the bridge immediately.
Captain, we'll have to skip the weapons diagnostics
On
and
the double.
Yeah, screw it.
Aye, aye, sir.
This guy looks like a human baby, or an adult baby.
Find your weapons later.
Okay, I'll leave the self-diagnostics running at least.
Good idea. You better get to your evac group, Sam.
Affirmative. I just have to reset the computer and I'm out of here. Oh God, they're trying to get through the door.
Oh no.
No!
I'm gonna keep it, just for authenticity's sake, I'm gonna
Come on, we've got to get the hell out of
keep it on classic graphics. Excuse me. Can I not go that way?
Alert, all hands. Boarding
This way.
parties on port
Okay,
deck
that's
47 and
stupid.
12.
Did it have to load or something?
Engage.
Holy crap, I forgot about that. Yes. I hope we get some absolute banger tracks in Infinite, because obviously the music's not been the same since Marty left. There are some good tracks in 4 and 5 though, like 117's good. There's a few others, and then 5 also has some really good tracks, but they've never captured the greatness that is Marty O'Donnell's music. But I mean, so far all the best music in the Infinite test is all like remixes and remakes of Marty's music, so, and that's fine. I don't think people would mind if you just reused his music again.
Let's do it!
I don't have a gun.
Pull it back!
Chief,
I might switch to 2011 because it's very dark. But that's what this is for, I guess. Can I have it,
Chief, sir, the situation is secure here. You're probably needed
Give me it.
somewhere else.
please? Yeah, it's crazy to think that this game is 20 years old this year. Did I just... I just came back to where I was. Like I said, it's been... I mean, I played it last year, but... And actually, to be honest, this is my least favorite to replay. I prefer replaying 2 and 3. Maybe that's blasphemy, I don't know, but like there's certain levels that are just gigantic and there's way too much backtracking. Like, what is it? I think Assault on the Control Room is one of them that just goes on forever because there's so much backtracking. They had to do that, I think, because they were limited by the technology. But 3, I think, is infinitely replayable, and so 2, for the most part, is too. Why am I not remembering what to do? I honestly am not remembering. Hello? I've played this game so many times and I'm like, what?
Enemy boarding parties on starboard decks 8 through 10. SOT. Intercept Covenant forces.
Did I do it? I honestly can't remember. How embarrassing. I felt like I break a door down or something, don't I? Like I get a gun and then I break a door down. Like, this is not supposed to be complicated whatsoever. I'm just having the biggest brain fart. I mean, it's a victim of old game design, I think. Some of it's like, I mean, in these remastered graphics, didn't they add arrows that weren't there before on the library? Like, ugh, I hate the library so much. Hey guys, can you jog my memory? Is this bugged? Is something supposed to be happening? You know what? This mission's boring anyway. Let's go to a different one. I mean, it's not boring. It's definitely not boring. It's the first one, but I kind of want to do something more interesting, like this. Sorry, dude, your gamer tag's being doxxed. Wow, that loads fast. I just reinstalled the game. I had to uninstall it from my Xbox One, and now it's on my Series X, and it's insta-loading.
The Covenant believe that what they call the silent cartographer.
Oh, Jen Taylor
somewhere
sounds so
under
young.
this island. The cartographer
Weird.
is a map room that will lead us to.
I
Halo's
think she was
control
probably in
center.
her 20s when she made this. Now I think she's in her
The
40s.
island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
We're approaching the LZ. It's gonna be hot. Get set to cut out swingers.
Some people don't like the fact that Chief talks a lot in 4 and 5, well, mostly in 4. They think it's out of character. I'm just glad that, like, because, I mean, Steve Downes really didn't get to talk, that didn't have many lines in the original trilogy. So I kind of appreciated that he talked more in 4 and 5, but I don't know if it necessarily, like, breaks his character at all. Because I know he's supposed to be the strong silent type. I just like that he finally got to actually have more than like 10 lines of dialogue in the game. We'll see how he is in Infinite. I'm not sure if they'll scale it down at all. Yeah, I should have started here. This is more just jumping right into the action. I know that, I mean, this game has held up for a while, but I think this game is finally starting to show its age. Because, I mean, shooters, especially on console, have come so far that it's... Oh, here we go. AC's popping on. Yay! AC here again to ruin every recording I do. Yeah, it's showing it's... Because, like, FPS games have come so far since 2001. Lovely, more background noise, hooray. That's what I get for recording in the summer. It's gonna be nice when winter hits and no interruptions.
Okay, let's move out. Let's go find the
Have
map
floor
and
heat,
show
so
us
that's
the
not gonna be a
location of
problem.
those control centers.
Hey, the floaty Halo 1 Warthog. I wonder what this game would look like if they remastered it again for 2021. I know people wanted them to do it, but they're too busy. They have, and I prefer every bit of the resources to be working on Infinite, so it's fine. Don't need to reskin a 20-year-old game. I think this is probably fine. You know, this Warthog reminds me of something. This is the Halo 3 Warthog. Yeah, I mean, and I guess it's the Halo 1 Warthog, but I missed that turret design. Why did 343 get rid of it? They've been using their new weird, like, vertical turret. Like, that shield is up and down now, instead of at an angle like that. And, they've been using that since Halo 4, and I could have sworn they changed it back. During the Infinite's development, I could have sworn I saw, like, concept art at one point, and them being like, hey, look, we changed it back. But maybe it was, like, a fever dream, and it didn't actually happen, and I'm just going crazy. But I could have sworn they did. But now I've seen some gameplay, and it's back to the Halo 4 and 5 Warthog, which is annoying. The one, like, it's not terrible, but I prefer this one. Like, 4 and 5 have the ones with the guards on the front, and the gas cans on the back. Or water cans, because Warthogs run on water, if you didn't know. Little interesting piece of lore. I also like, I think they're going back to more classic looking jackals. More classic looking everything, because the grunts and the elites look more classic and Infinite, because the Storm Covenant, the grunts and elites in 4 looked weird. Elites had some bulky freaking armor. Grunts had just like a tube going into their nose to breathe instead of the mask. So they definitely took some criticism, constructive criticism about their design.
My analysis indicates that the map room should be at the bottom floor of this facility. Let's keep going inside.
Isn't there a rocket
Looks
here?
like there is a path into the interior of the island.
I could have sworn there was a rocket here. I guess not. Why is my gun weight? Is there an FOV slider on here now? There is. There didn't used to be. Maybe once it went to PC they added one. Let's see what it looks like now. Whoa! I mean, that doesn't actually help. Like, you don't really see that much more of the gun. That's bizarre. I'm not used to Halo on that FOV. Is that because... Is the gun distance from you, is it not changing because this game was never meant to have FOV? It was added... It was an addition added 10 years later, or 20 years later. Wait, that doesn't... Hold on. Does it apply to the old graphics? It does. It still doesn't look like real, quote-unquote, real FOV. So I'm going to go back to default. Gamma. Wait, what is this? I don't know. Restore. Back to the old zoomed up FOV. And I'm going to talk more about Chief's armor design and how I feel about some of the changes 343 made once I get to Halo 4, because, I mean, then I'll have a lot to talk about. But right now, it's just a trip down memory lane. A later memory for me. I feel like 3 I played first, which is weird because I had no story context. Although I don't know if I played the campaign right away. I think I played multiplayer a lot before I touched the campaign. I played 3 first, then I think 1, then 2, so I definitely did not experience it like most people. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Please shut off air conditioning, I beg you. At this rate, the air conditioning is going to become my co-host. That and my cat that sits behind me. Why is my health so low? Or no, that's my passenger, never mind. That's something that didn't carry over, did it? I don't think Halo 2 and 3 had passenger health bars. The pistol will never be as good as it was in this game. It's also kind of strange that Infinite will be the first time since, I believe, Halo 2, not counting ODST, like we're talking the main series. The first time since 2 that we did not have a Magnum in the game. At least for now. We could always add it. Got the new Sidekick pistol, which I was not a fan of at first, and I think it's grown on me. I might do some multiplayer videos too, playing Halo 1, or each game's multiplayer. Maybe a few rounds. I got a ton of uploading to do. I'm still in the process of uploading Metroid videos. I got some Back 4 Blood beta stuff I gotta upload. I got this now. Oh, these things are easy to kill in this game. I loved that this is the only Halo game that you could just go up behind one and just... Bwah! Wait, hold on. Bwah! No? I could've... Wasn't it one-hit melee in this game? Or no, it was one shot, I think, in the back. Yep. Yep. Okay. Pretty neat. Did I just see a terminal? Yeah, I think I did. I remember how annoying it was that... Oh, crap. It was very annoying that the terminals took you out of the game and brought you to a separate app, the Halo channel. Definitely not going to make that mistake again. That's I'm very interested to see the terminals in Infinite. Did 5 have terminals? I feel like 4 didn't. No, 4 did. Yeah, 4 did. They better have skulls, because 4 didn't. I think 5 brought him back. But yeah, I mean, that'd be bizarre if they didn't have him. And I guess we can forever say RIP to Dual Wielder, because 343 has no intention of bringing that back. Or Playable Elite, so that is a bummer. I wish they would put him in at least custom games, at the very least. Or, to be honest, Playable Brutes would be cool. I would love that. If it ends up being a 10-year game, like they said, that could be a cool thing they add down the line. And I'll believe the whole 10-year game thing when I see it, because you know how many times people have said that? Friggin' 2014 Bungie was like, Destiny's a 10-year game, and then it kind of failed after 2 years, and then Destiny 2 came out, and I mean, it's been out for a while now. I mean, it remains to be seen if it's a 10-year game. Anthem, I think, was intended to be one. But, I mean, it's not like Halo's going to have... I mean, fingers crossed. It's not like Halo's not going to... probably will have a pretty good launch, and it's not like Anthem where there's going to be no content. It's going to have a full campaign and multiplayer. Anthem's problem was that it was a barren wasteland. So, that's the big difference there. Gamescom is coming up in about a month, and I'm predicting, and I think it's a pretty safe assumption, that we will see more from the Halo Infinite campaign, because we've only seen that little bit from last year that people made fun of with the Craig meme, and then we saw a very, very tiny sliver at E3 this year, and it's like, we gotta see like a 20-minute gameplay demo with the new improved graphics. Like, we really need to see that before it comes out. I came from this way, didn't I? Yeah. I mean, I think everyone's sold already, but excuse me. I think it's I still think it's pretty important that we see more campaign before that comes out. I just want to get my hands on it. I want to. It's been so freaking long. It's twice the development time. Normally, Halo games take 3 years to make, and this has been 6. So, and it could have been less than that, though. To be honest, it could be 3 still, because I'm wondering if the development started on it after 5, and it was going to be a totally different game, and then after 5 was a critical and somewhat commercial failure. They had to change course and basically rewrite everything and start from scratch. And if that's the case, the game could technically only be like 4 years in development. So, but I don't know. We don't know about the behind the scenes or anything. I'm just happy that it actually finally, after 14 years, looks like a real sequel to Halo 3. Because I know 4 and 5 wanted to be, but something always felt off about them. 343 was just way too overzealous and like immediately changing everything. It's like, whoa, you gotta make a good Halo game first before you want to change stuff. So, thankfully they learned their lesson. It just took 3 attempts. But, I mean, I assume they did. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The game's not out. They still could have bungled it, but from what I've seen, they haven't. I think a lot of us have been like, we need a new Halo game. We've just been replaying mostly the originals so many times, because I feel like 4 and 5, for people, it has less replay value, so some people have just ignored 4 and 5. So really for them, it's been even longer since a good Halo game. This isn't the map room. No dip.
This is a security override station for the main facility.
Yeah, shut up, I know.
Located somewhere else on this island. Shut the system down so the Covenant won't be able to lock us
Oh,
out.
crap. See, I really think this is going to... The way the Flood reappear in this game, or not reappear, the way they're introduced in this game is really cool and, like, unexpected. I hope and I think that it's going to happen that way in Infinite, where it's just going to come out of nowhere. It's going to be like, holy crap, yeah, that like you're going to be in a place similar to this. A lot of old Forerunner and probably precursor structures. Or I don't know if the precursor if they've made structures like the Forerunners. Probably still Forerunner, but probably going to get a lot of new lore about the precursors and stuff. But I think because it's on the oldest Halo ring, I do think there is going to be Flood somewhere that were protected from when the rings went off, and when they all activated and killed. Or no, what am I saying? That didn't happen. What am I saying? All life wasn't wiped out in the galaxy. Well, I mean recently, but like I think because Chief only blew up the one ring, so I do feel like some of them survived, or they're going to show the Spirit of Fire. I thought that was actually going to be in Halo Wars 2. I think it was in a comic. Where it showed... I don't... Excuse me, I'm walking in circles because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. I'm not really interested in trying to get through the whole level anyway. Wow, what was I saying? Something about the Flood reappearing in Infinite. Oh, I thought the Spirit of Fire in a comic, I think it showed one single Flood spore aboard that ship. And so I assumed, that was the right way, wasn't it? It unlocked a door. I assumed they would show that in Halo Wars 2 and be like, hey, look, this is how the Flood returned. But they didn't, so maybe they will show a different way. Because they were in Halo Wars 2, the Flood was, on the Ark. So I would bet every single... Well, I was going to say every one of my subscribers, which is like 30-something people. I would bet all of them $10 that I think the Flood are back. There's no way they aren't. It's been long enough. It's been since 3. We can. I mean, the Brutes are back, so. And like I said, there was the DLC in Halo Wars 2, so they got to be back. Don't I jump down? Isn't there another place I go to? It's been over like a year and a half since I've played this. Well, it was an enemy, so that's probably on the right track. Hey. There's a skull up here, I think. Boom. Wait. Is that it? No, that's a rock. Oh, there it is. They added those, with the remaster, although you can't pick them up. You just walk over them. Oh, I'm getting so... the hype is really building for Infinite, I gotta say. And it sucks, because we were all blue-balled last year. The hype was building last year, and then... we're like, yeah, we're gonna get it soon, and then the gut punch that was, we're sorry, it's next year. And a lot of us were like, well, it better be early 2021 or mid, and then we hear it's fall. And it is it is crazy to think about. Like, at the time we were so devastated, like, oh, we gotta wait a whole nother year. And now we're like, what, 3 months away or something? It's like, wow, man. Time. What is time? It's kind of terrifying how fast it moves sometimes. Because we all were dreading another year of waiting, and it's almost over with already. What the heck? You look like, You look at that. What a big difference. You look like you could be like some guy's neighbor who always comes over and wants to grill. And you look like some kind of Chad that will, like, challenge you to a push-up contest or beat you to a pulp. If he finds you with, like, his girlfriend or something. I think two totally different people. Hey, where's the door, guys? I don't remember. I prefer the big open sandbox nature of this game over, like, 2 and 3 are definitely more linear. The play spaces are smaller. I prefer this, but because of the time that it was made, it's they don't do a good job of, like, giving you waypoints or anything, like telling you where to go. And not that they should. I know a lot of people complain that games do that too much these days, but in this game in particular, sometimes you're like, wait, where do I go again? And then the checkpoint system is kind of wonky. They don't always activate. And I mean, Infinite is, at least for Joe Staten, because he was there from the beginning, but Bungie wanted Halo 1 to be an open world game. They just were limited by the tech. So 343 is actually fulfilling Bungie's original idea now, and it's cool that Joseph is back. He gets to see that. Did you see that recent tweet that he put out? It was like him typing on some kind of document, and he was talking about, he was like, he put hashtag launch is just the beginning. He's insinuating that he will write, maybe there's going to be campaign. I don't think there's going to be a Halo 7 and 8 and etc. I think it's just they're just going to have big expansions to Infinite, big story updates. And I think he's going to write them, because he, as far as I know, didn't write Infinite's story. He was brought in last year after Chris Lee was fired to be the new head of creative, but the game was already basically done. The story was written, so he didn't really have much input on it. So I hope it's good. Because 5 story, Brian Reed, you are not a good writer. I'm sorry. If you watch this, Brian Reed, you, what on earth did you do with 5? I actually don't know who the lead writers are in Infinite. That's be interesting to find out. My first death. Yeah, I bet they had a completely different plot outlined for 5, or I mean for Infinite. And then 5 was like, oof, nobody liked that. And then they had to be like, well, back to the drawing board, rewrite. Because 5 ends on a big cliffhanger. They were undoubtedly going to start right there, and then they're like, screw it, make Infinite a spiritual reboot. We done goofed. Oh, thank God the AC's finally off. Come here! Yeah, so then they filled in some of the blanks with novels and whatever. That's going to confuse people that didn't read the novel. Hopefully there's a story recap or something. But there's somewhat of a time jump, even though there was a cliffhanger ending in 5. And I feel like they were I bet they were planning on doing more Spartan Ops for 5, and then it got canceled. Continuing the story somehow. I hope Infinite they do that with that game. Kind of like Spartan Ops, but on crack. Like full-on campaigns. It would be neat. I mean, it works with the whole Game Pass thing. Oh crap! They do that with Sea of Thieves with the updates. So they have small updates, but then like every couple years, it's like, here's the next massive campaign expansion. Like, I don't know if they're all going to be set on the ring or what. But what I am a little concerned about is not getting a proper ending. I would hate it if we waited this long and it ends on another cliffhanger just to keep you coming back. There's no like proper conclusion. Because they could make a proper conclusion and then can still have new like DLC that continue the story later, but if you leave it on another cliffhanger, that's going to be irritating. Because this is kind of... originally, the Reclaimer saga was going to be the Reclaimer trilogy. 343 would make 3 games. So we assumed that this would be the end. But so I really hope there's some kind of definitive ending, and then they make whatever they're going to make later on. As you can tell, I'm not really trying. I'm kind of just speculating and talking about Infinite because I like to talk about Infinite because I want to know what it's going to be. I'll probably only go for a little bit longer because I want to do more of these. Maybe stuff on Halo 2 and 3, etc., etc. Play some of the ones that I enjoy playing more. Like I said, I'm going to be glad to see the open nature of Halo 1, but with the modern gameplay attached, because we have not had both. We've had the ancient 2001 gunplay of Halo 1 on a big map, and then quite a bit better gunplay in 2007, but more linear play spaces. Would you quit? Stop. 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 Hey. No, no, no. Are you kidding me? How many smacks does it take to kill you? Oh yeah, I remember this now. You have to go downstairs. Shafted. I forgot that's what it was called. I do like Chief's look in the new graphics. But they are all in engine. They're not pre-rendered or anything. Oh, some of them might be pre-rendered, but I don't think so. I like how that's literally the whole cutscene is just him walking up and kicking something, and that's it. You know, that reminds me, punching a dude in the back. Not too happy about the news that assassinations will not be in the game at launch. That sucks. I'm not sure what happened there. Did they run out of time? Was that one of the last animation things they were going to do? It's kind of baffling, to be honest. Like, why do they think it's... I mean, objectively slows down the gameplay, but people still like it. Like, don't get rid of them. I don't know, I just think it's a pretty big oversight for launch. And it is a little concerning we've heard nothing about Forge. We haven't even gotten a demonstration of Forge. Like, please don't pull another Halo 5 where Forge comes out like 2 months later after launch. And is theater, and also I think to this day Halo 5's theater mode still is busted. So they better have a working Forge and a working theater mode and a working customs browser on day one, because you've had 6 years. Come on, guys. I'm not going to be too happy if they don't have those things. The games as a service crutch is exactly that. It's becoming way too much of a crutch, where the mentality is, oh, we didn't finish it, let's just finish it later. Put out a day one patch. They need to stop doing that. Finish your games before you release them, please. Learn from Cyberpunk. I know it was a tough decision for Phil to delay this game, but it was the right one. Or Infinite, I mean, not this game. Because he wanted that game for the lineup. But in hindsight, it is weird how the world works, but it's just serendipity, I guess, where it almost was better that it's coming out this year, because look at the competition. Every big Sony game's been delayed till next year, so they have basically nothing for the fall. So this was it was kind of like, I don't think it was purposeful. I don't think Phil knew they would delay, but it was a strategic. It was a very strategic play to now have Halo be a big game for the fall, and PlayStation has nothing. So I guess that's just the way that the cookie crumbled in terms of development, and so it was not obviously PlayStation didn't want to delay stuff. But it's going to be very fascinating to watch. To be honest, both consoles should have waited till this year to release because of the chip shortage and all that stuff and the pandemic. So this year feels more like their launch year, because last year was kind of pointless to launch then, and PS5s are in short supply. I still can't believe Xbox outsold them in June. It's kind of nuts. So I think people are going to be looking at, there's a few upcoming events still, like Gamescom for Xbox, that Sony will not be at. So I think it's going to move systems. What the heck? Hey, stop meowing in the mic.
It'll be easier to hold them off from inside the structure. Can you get inside?
So it's going to be interesting to watch the people are probably going to be like, yeah, we gotta get an Xbox this year instead of a PlayStation.
We'll be in a tight spot if we don't get out of here before additional reinforcements arrive.
And man, am I glad I bought this thing when I did, because I got it from a random Discord notification from Best Buy. I think it was in, June? Right? Maybe July, I don't remember. But I have not seen one in so long, another notification, so and they're selling every single one they make, so I could have very well not gotten one before the end of the year. So it was very smart of me to buy one when I did, because we could have had Halo roll around and I wouldn't have had one. So I'm glad I pulled the trigger. Bye-bye.
Analyzing. Halo's control center is located there. That structure appears to be some sort of temple or shrine, if I've interpreted this correctly.
Very reminiscent of that one cutscene from Infinite.
The shrine is an unlikely place to put such a significant installation.
I think I'm actually gonna do multiplayer in this same video instead of just separating it out and doing another video. Let's take a look, because Halo 1 didn't have multiplayer originally, or online. I still think it's very cool that you can play Halo 1 online now. Let's play some. And I did not mean to click SWAT. SWAT was marked. Wait, is there Halo 1 SWAT? I actually don't know. Hold on, let me go back. I wonder if one day they'll put Halo 5 into this collection. I don't think they will. I think they kind of want people to forget it exists. Because it still never came... It's not going to come to PC before Infinite, so... Very interesting. Prisoner. This is going to be bad.
Slayer.
I'm going to be very rusty. I haven't played Halo multiplayer in quite some time. I was playing Back 4 Blood earlier, so it's going to be a very different experience. This is the only gun you need in Halo 1 multiplayer. Oh, nice. What? Oh. Yeah, the twirl, the old twirling death animation. It's so quiet. I forgot how, like, there's no background noise or no, what is that called? Ambience? There's no ambience on this map whatsoever. Oh, look at that terrible skin. So weird now that they added skins to Halo 1. I mean, I do like that you can turn them off, though. Is there any Covenant weapons around? I haven't seen one. This is just Pistols the game. Oh, you know what? I forgot they added the custom games browser. I haven't tried that out yet on MCC. Crap. I hope I can get some kind of crew back together to do custom games, because we played many Halo 3 and Reach custom games back in the day. I have a lot of good memories from that. Listen to that. It's just very, like, just a slight sound that just sounds like some kind of empty warehouse, maybe a fan somewhere. It's just so quiet. What's the, I don't even know what the score is. Is it a 50, 100? I have no clue. Ow, 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 ow. Look at those. I just noticed that the plasma grenades look like they had eyeballs. I do wish they never made Halo 1 Anniversary multiplayer. I mean, Reach had the DLC maps. The remade Halo 1 campaign maps in the multiplayer. Or no, actually it was multiplayer maps from the game, but that was for Reach. They never made a dedicated Halo 1 anniversary multiplayer like they did for 2. 2 should have got way more maps remade. Not sure why they did. Maybe they'll go back and do that eventually. See, I think they only did 6. Man, do you remember how bad this... I still remember how bad this game was when it came out. It was such a, like, disaster. And it was for a long time. You couldn't even co-op campaign. It would always screw up. If you were playing online with someone co-op, it would always mess up. It's not good. Ooh. Spanker. Can't believe they tried to change the design in Halo 5 of that thing and it was crap. Everyone was like, no, why did you do that? And then they brought it back. Don't change what isn't broken. If the design is iconic, I get it that you want to make new designs that people like, but there's a reason they're iconic. Oh, I didn't even notice that's what it says. Leads red 36-23. Yeah, it's got to be 50. This map is kind of dull, I gotta be honest. There's no vehicles on here. Ow. Who's chucking nades? It would have been cool if they somehow made a Forge mode for Halo 1 and 2. That'd be cool. I mean, they could still do that, I think. Or can they? I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to... Like, I don't know if they have access to the assets still. Probably not. It's not like the Halo 1 assets are sitting in a computer somewhere. I highly doubt that. But they could always recreate them. I don't know. I'm not sure how they do that. The code is basically just what it is at this point. And it's probably best to just leave the past in the past and work on Infinite. So... I'm probably still going to call it Halo 6 by accident. Is that a sniper rifle? Yes, it is. Oof. Where'd he go? That I almost had a headshot there, but I screwed that up. What's the score at? Wait, is that us winning? Yeah, we need 4 more. Yes. Ooh, potato aim, potato aim. Hey. 1. Alright, I think that's a pretty okay look at Halo 1. So, it's a game that started it all. But like I said, it's not the one I enjoy playing the most. So, I'm going to move on to Halo 2 now. So, if you'll join me, I'll see you in that video next. So, thank you for watching.